when I can talk the camera crew into doing it, they use a electronic camera report system called ZoeLog, which is the one a lot of them are familiar with. So if you pitch them on using ZoeLog, they're usually receptive to the idea of using ZoeLog. And it is like night and day improvement compared to using the paper camera reports. It's like because like with the paper camera reports, they're not indexed or searchable in any way. This thing basically dumps straight to a spreadsheet, and you can easily find any slate. So it's completely game changing, basically, in terms of being able to work with the camera reports. And especially on series work, I usually work with the camera department to basically get their camera assistants to collect my VFX camera data, to data wrangle for me. Now, that only works when you're present enough to basically remind them constantly and to teach them on the first pass, like at the beginning of the season, and then also to nag them when you are getting to stuff with V's on the slate. But what's useful about that is, like, especially for that lower level stuff where you don't necessarily need to be there on the day, you have that additional metadata that they've captured, just because if they're playing nice and doing what you ask them to do, they'll log the additional stuff in their camera report, even though sometimes it's not even necessary because it might be like a 2D shot, but it's still kind of nice to have in case you have to promote like the track to a 3D track or something, you have it. So yeah, I'll only resort to data wrangling if it's like I know it's going to be complex stuff and I just absolutely don't want to take any chances that we're going to get the metadata. So I'll make my own redundant camera report, basically. But I typically, for the camera-centric camera reports, I have them do it. I stick to doing the surveys and baselines and that kind of stuff, and HDRs and the higher level VFX data collection, not the camera report. The stuff that's basically a duplicate of what's in the camera report. So yeah, because they almost never are so lackadaisical, even on low budget quick shows. They're never so lackadaisical that they don't log lenses and stuff like that. But if I do look at the camera reports early on to see just like the style of the camera department and see if they are being like slackers like that, and I'll say, hey guys, could you do like proper camera reports, you know, like you're supposed to do just for your normal job at least, and then and here's some additional things.
Yeah,